Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. 1 minute. There's nothing like being prepared. Let me take these off because I keep getting reflections in my glasses. Where are you? Right, I'm looking more like Phil Silvers every day. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Today we're looking at the commission that I'm working on at the moment, which is yet more French Napoleonics, but in 28mm scale, so I'm going slightly larger. The front rank, right, I suppose just like the ABs that I paint, which are the 18mm, I take it they're still going to be called front rank because people know what they are. Those of us that know what they are. They're owned by Grip and Beast now, I believe. I've not bought any of them, so I'm not 100%, but I believe that's where they've gone to. These were, I think, probably the client bought these a few months before they were taken over. Anyway, that doesn't really matter, does it, I suppose? But yeah, so the 28mm, it's a French line regiment, no particular line regiment in question. They're just French line regiment. I've got 2 to paint, and Empress Dragoons. I painted. He's got a large unit of Empress Dragoons, and I painted some part of the last commission, and I'm painting the other half of this commission. So there'll be 2 line regiments, and about I'm not even sure how many I've got to paint actually. I don't know if it's 32 or 36, but 34, something like that. They're in 6s. The 20 odd, I believe, 24 maybe, French cavalry. So yeah, I've always said front rank have always been nice to paint because they're quite chunky figures, and they just take paint particularly well. So I don't think I've got anything other to add to this. There was one half snapped off musket barrel, which is very unusual because front rank are quite robust figures. I was wondering if they was changing the metal over in their last months or last year, because some of them seemed a lot lighter and a lot tinier. You knock them together, they just. I might be wrong, but maybe that's the reason. I've no idea. But yeah, there was one half broke off barrel which had to be glued. I did think about trying to solder it, but I've got a finite amount of soldiers here. The client sends me them, and I thought, no, if I melt the barrel, we're in real trouble here. So yeah, that's it. So let's go down and take a quick look. Right, thanks for joining me at the bench, guys. This is what they roughly look like with just the primer on them. Let's say metal figures. That's the AK primer that I use. It's a lacquer primer. It sticks like glue, but obviously if you're in the UK, Halfords do a very nice automotive primer, metal primer. Make sure you get the right one. I believe it's the one, or it was last time. I've got a couple of spare cans in from years ago, but it's like a shiny tin rather than the other primer they use, which is mainly for plastic. So make sure you get the right one. But Halford stuff, auto primer, sticks to them like glue as well. So yeah, that's them unprimered. Sorry for all the noise in the background. It's a bit warmer today. I've got the window ajar, just enough for the chicken chasers to go by with their big race cans on the back. Let me just see if we can move that down a bit. Non-metallic metal again. Again, it's I wouldn't call it a rushed non-metallic metal, but when you're doing this amount of figures, it's not like you'd see something on a single display figure or a hero type figure that you can spend a couple of weeks on. It's there's a bit of give and take involved in this, so it's non-metallic that looks good enough, in my opinion, on a regiment of figures that's going to be down on the table. So that's our officer, one of the company officers. Got a guy drinking from the canteen here. Again, I don't pick the figures. The client just sends what he wants painted, and just leaves up to me what companies I put them in. I try and mix them up best I can, just to so they're not all exactly the same poses. You can paint obviously the water canteen straps. Sometimes the companies would have, so there's a lot of my mates out there, my Maras, that don't know much about the subject. Strange enough, neither does Gav. But obviously the French had company colours on their pom-poms, and they would often put some same colour on their drinking straps, just as a bit to show pride in their particular company that they belong to. I've done a rough little ends, and they're not even real crowns really, they're just shapes of crowns, but just to show some emblems on the back. The ones on that side are hidden by the cartridge box, so that's why there's not one shown there. Client wanted the non-metallic. That's like his decision. A few mixed up hair colours. The greatcoats decide to go all the same because they need to really match in with these two regiments are to match two regiments that I'd already painted, or three, I can't remember. So all the greatcoats and that are the same, rolled up on the back colour wise. I've gone on this particular company. Both the guys have got two guys have got like the orangey, yellowy, brown trousers, but on two of the figures I'll be putting blue stripes on, like I did with the previous commission. They have got eyes somewhere. Gone just for, again, to match with the other one. Some of the shako covers have got the oilskin tan colours, or if that's what you want to call them, and the other guys have got just the black ones. I wanted to put the tan. I mean, you can also do like them greeny grey ones, which people argue about, did they have them or didn't they? But it's really just to break up all the black. But I like to put. I wouldn't want to put them all the same shako covers up, because I like for the actual regiment to look like a regiment. I don't want it looking too too ununiformed, if that makes sense. That's about really it. You've seen most. So they're all the same poses. So I'll say the next company I paint, which is on the side waiting, that will have just one of this tan colours, and orangey tan. I don't even know. Ochre is the word I was after, maybe. And they'll have a stripy trouser, just for, I say, just to break it up a bit. So that's it. Just a quick look. As I say, there's not a lot, as in to show you there. It's going to take I've got about another four companies actually, with the one I haven't even started yet. So there's 4 companies to go before we can get these ready to base and clean up the next 4. The next battalion, foot battalion, and get them started. So we're getting there as usual, very slowly. But thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. What else have we got coming up? That's a good question. At some stage, I've got a load on, so fancying painting him. I was trying to look at some French uniforms just online, because I actually don't have any for the period, Spanish succession type period. I'm going to paint him French, I think. One of the guys had asked for a basing tutorial, and I'd said I've got some German World War II artisan paras. I just bought a blister off, probably paid a bit much for them really with the postage, but I bought a blister off eBay just to have in the stash, just to paint, again, just for the enjoyment of painting them. And I said I'd do one of those, but I forgot I'd got about 5 of these guys. painted up and just waiting for a reason to you know, put them on a base and everything, so I might well do him. I think that's everything, but yeah, with a motorbike I'll be working on I'm going to put it together tomorrow night, not the whole bike, got the bits I've got pre-painted and stick that together, so there should be a motorbike update between now and Tuesday. There'll be a bit more probably done on the dragon, the Badger. Also, I'll be painting him some stage tonight. It's already late afternoon. You're thinking, what the heck is that? That is an egg plane pilot. So he's going to be going. He needs to go in my egg plane before I can put the canopy on, and then I've already pre-masked it, and it's just waiting to be stuck down so I can spray the aeroplane. So yeah, that hopefully the egg plane will get painted this weekend as well, and so there'll be a reveal on that. I'm not going to do it'll just be straight to a reveal on that one. I think that's about it. Plenty of other soldiers to paint as well. Obviously the bust, that's going well so far, and I'm probably 2/3 of the way through the flak jacket stroke CBA on that. So that'll be a video coming up again in a few days when I've got all that completed. So that's it, I believe. Look after yourselves. Enjoy your weekend if you can, and we'll catch each other very, very soon on another video.